When in doubt, grow it out. When in doubt, grow it out. When in doubt. All right. For real though, I've probably said this phrase over 1,000 times on this channel. When it comes to your beard and you're thinking of making changes or adjustments or a spot that you're not happy with, a good rule of thumb is when in doubt, grow it out. Now, I've got a lot of different angles to cover on that, but essentially I was searching for a video to give this advice to somebody, and I could not believe that I had not made a video that was dedicated to this concept and this idea, so I want to make the video. I want to be able to share it with people in the future. I want to give it to a reminder for many of you, and let's be real about the timing. We're in the beginning of December. That means how many beards are in week 5 or 6 right now from No Shave November? They're hitting an awkward phase and they're thinking about either taking it off, making a horrible decision, or trimming really short or adjusting it in certain areas. And I just want to let them know, if you are set on that and you're confident, do your thing. If you are unsure, I don't know anyone who has ever regretted growing it out, or at least waiting. If you're not sure it's the right time right now, give it a day. Give it a week. Give it a month. No one has ever come to me and said, "Oh, Dan, I'm so mad. I regretted waiting a week and I wish I would have done it a week ago." Nobody does that. But the amount of people that have come to me and said, "I had a really bad day, a really bad weekend, something with my beard, this dent, this wave, this curl was bothering me," or someone made a comment about my beard and I was going to get rid of it, but I waited, and I'm so happy I waited. It fixed itself. I thought about it differently. I had a good night's sleep, and I just came around. It's very easy to take hair off. It is slow and frustrating and a long process to bring it back by growing. We don't just get to put it back on there. Now, I will button this up with a couple of different angles of perspective, but I want to hit that right away. Respect your time. Anybody that's watching that's like, "I get it, Dan. Hey, you don't got to stay anymore." Those of you that do find this valuable or you enjoy this content, if you could, hit a thumbs up on the video. My name is Dan C. Bearded, and I love talking about all things beard, whether it's psychological, and helping you understand your beard and understand why you have, I don't even know on that, or the historical side of things, or the grooming, the trimming, the styling. I love all aspects of it. If that sounds like something you can vibe with, consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already, and thank you to those returning subscribers. So again, guys, this is nothing new. This is not a revolutionary video. I'm not claiming it is, but I do think many of you need to hear this right now. I do think many of you have considered making a mistake that you would regret. And hey, it is just a beard. It is just hair. It will grow back. That's a fact. But if we can make that journey even more enjoyable and smoother, why not? And I do know that men, we can be impatient. I know that we can rush to try to fix things when sometimes the way you fix it is by setting the beard trimming tools down, stepping back away from the mirror, and just giving yourself a little bit of time. If there is that doubt in your mind, please, when in doubt, grow it out. I'm going to challenge some of you because I know some of you watching right now have shaved your beard or drastically trimmed your beard. And at first, this is kind of the trajectory that happens. You have that buyer's remorse, whatever we want to call it, where you get rid of it and you have to convince yourself you like it. You're like, "Oh, it's time for a change. I needed a switch up. I feel great to see my chin again," or "my chin's plural again." And then you're like convincing yourself it's good. And then 2 to 3 days later, you reach out to me and you're like, "Dan, I'm sick to my stomach. Why did I do this? This is horrible. I don't want to leave the house. My confidence is shot," all this stuff. And I'm like, I know. If you've done that and you've made a big change or you've shaved and you really regretted it, put your story down in the comments. That could help out other people. And maybe some of you needed it. Maybe you needed to shave and it was refreshing and you were very happy with it and you grew back healthier than ever. That's fine too. But I hear from you guys. I hear from so many people that regret the changes that they make, and it's just not worth it if you have doubt. Again, I'm not trying to convince anybody to change their plans. If you're like, "Dan, I grew past my goal and I'm going to trim back to it and now I'm going to maintain," dude, that's awesome. That's what we want to be. That's where we aspire to be. But many of you are making those changes because, again, somebody said something. You have a problem area that's a temporary problem that trying to fix it would create a permanent problem, not necessarily permanent, but a more long-term problem. It's just not the answer most of the time. And I wanted this searchable. I wanted this shareable. If you know somebody in your life that's thinking about making this choice and you know it's not the right one, send this to them. One last time, you guys, when in doubt, grow it out. Open comments down below, whatever you have going through your mind right now, whether it's a question, an experience, a thought, maybe you have just a little different angle you want to put on this, please take just a minute or two, type your comment down below, hit enter and send, and I will love to read it and get back to you. And if you don't know who else is watching and reading your comment where it might help out their beard or even their mindset. That's all, guys. Thank you for watching today. Dan C. Bearded. Please stay bearded and stay positive.